Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, I have something kind of cool to share with you guys today. This is something that I learned when I took a trip to India. I did a retreat back in 2007. And when they were teaching us this little lesson, like boom, something just clicked inside and I was like, wow, I get this. And I've shared it with friends over the years, and every time I do, I literally can see the light bulb turning on in their head too. So I figured, hey, this is the place where we're sharing and trying to help each other raise our vibration, raise our awareness, have more consciousness in our life. None of those are bad things. Bringing more awareness into our life is just going to improve everything. So, like I said, that's what the whole point of this channel is to raise our level of awareness. So this is one thing that helped me raise my level of awareness, and I hope that it can help you too. All right, let's jump in. So, did a little illustration for you guys to kind of, show you what I'm talking about. And this analogy deals with a table. And this table is going to represent our entire being. Our being is connected. We're all connected. All aspects of ourselves are all connected. Kind of like how this table is all connected. Even though it has 4 legs and it has a tabletop, all aspects of the table are connected. So if you were to pull one of these legs of the table, the whole table comes with it. Same thing with our self, with our being. If you pull any one aspect of our self, our whole being comes with it. It's not like, oh, you pull my emotional side and then everything else stays over there. It all comes together. So we're gonna look at this with this drawing and this analogy and try to understand how we get pulled in negative directions and how we can maybe pull ourselves in positive directions. So let's take this table, and we got the spiritual leg, we got the physical leg, we have the mental leg, and we have an emotional leg. We have these aspects of our being inside of ourselves. Now let's say that, it's cold and flu season. Let's say that you get sick, you get the cold. And so your physical leg of your table is gonna start to get pulled. It's getting pulled down. And so what happens when you get sick? Mentally, you're like, oh my God, I can't deal with this. You get that brain fog, you can't think about what you gotta do. You forget things. It's not fun. So physically, you're not doing so hot, and mentally, you're getting dragged down as well. Emotionally, that leg comes with it, and you're just like, sometimes you get in a bad mood really easily, or you get just upset really easily whenever you get sick. I know I do. I'm an emotional wreck usually when I get sick. The man flu, it's for real. But anyway, and spiritually you can get just have a bleak outlook on life and just like, this is the way it's going to be. I'm just sick forever. It's like, it can get bad, and all these different aspects of ourselves get dragged down just by pulling on this one physical leg. We've all been there. Now let's look at this again. That's getting pulled in a negative way physically. Maybe emotionally you're not having a really good day, and something triggered you emotionally, and so you're just like, oh, it's just not good. You're not feeling hot inside. So mentally, you might start to mentally obsess over that situation that caused this, this mental or the emotional reaction. So mentally, you're just obsessing over it now, and you can't stop thinking about it. And then physically, it's kind of affecting you because now you can't eat, because emotionally you got dragged down, and mentally you can't stop thinking about it. So now you physically can't eat, and now your spiritual outlook is just like, ugh, and it's just like, nothing's good. It's just bleak. You kind of feel like, oh man. So those are 2 examples of getting pulled in negative directions. And usually when that happens, it happens unconsciously. It's like something starts happening in our life and we're just getting pulled, and everything else starts getting pulled with it. And just like all of a sudden, you're down in the dumps and you don't even realize you're there. Well, we can also pull ourselves up and pull ourselves out of negative situations by realizing first, bringing awareness to the situation, saying, hey, how am I feeling right now? Hey, I might be feeling like emotionally not so good. I'm being tugged emotionally in a bad direction. So where can I look at these other aspects of my life? And maybe I can pull one of these other table legs of my being, of my life, and pull it in a positive direction and pull myself, and make myself feel better. So let's say like maybe emotionally we're not feeling really good, but we've all heard about like, you're not feeling so hot emotionally, go work out, go to the gym, go do something physical, go for a walk, and see how your emotions change. So you're pulling on that physical leg, and boom, oh wow, now emotionally you're starting to feel better because you've just done something, and so mentally, your thoughts have started to change. You're like, wow, by just doing that little bit of physical activity, my emotions changed, and you're self-analyzing. So now you're like, wow, maybe I should start doing this more. So your thinking starts to change, and your spiritual outlook on life starts to change. You're like, wow, yeah, maybe, like things aren't so bad anymore, So, you can pull yourself in a positive direction by bringing awareness to the situation and saying like, hey, like which one am I getting pulled in a negative direction? So which one can I pull in a positive direction? You can also look at this spiritual leg as like incorporating yoga or meditation or chanting or whatever it is that you feel drawn to into your life. And as you incorporate these spiritual practices into your life, you're going to start to feel physically better. There's tons of research out there that shows meditations can help with your mental clarity, with your mental health, with your heart health. It can help improve your immunity. So, by just pulling on this one spiritual leg, you're physically pulling yourself in a positive direction. And mentally, you're going to start to feel, you're going to mentally be more clear, and you'll be able to think through your situations. You might be able to see the bigger picture of the situation better, and not be so hyper-focused. When they say you can't see the forest for the trees, it's because you're so close to it, you can't see it. And you gotta you gotta back up a little bit, have a little bit of awareness. And so when you're getting pulled in a negative direction, sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees kind of situation. So just back up a little bit. So that's what meditation can help us do. It can help us give us that perspective of backing up, seeing the bigger picture. And then maybe we can make a more informed decision and help improve ourselves. And so also, when you incorporate a meditation or some sort of spiritual practice in your life, it can make you feel emotionally better. So you're tugging on that emotional leg as well. So you can see that we can pull ourselves in positive directions. We can get pulled unconsciously in negative directions. But the whole key to this whole thing is just awareness. Bringing more awareness to yourself, to your own personal situation. And how do you do that? Ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? How do I feel emotionally? How do I feel physically? How do I feel mentally? How am I feeling spiritually? Be honest with yourself. And when you're really honest with yourself, you can see where you're being pulled, maybe in a negative direction, and then you can counter that consciously by pulling yourself in a positive direction. So just be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, how am I feeling? Bring awareness to your situation. More awareness is never a bad thing. So take this little analogy, take this and apply it to your life. And let's start pulling ourselves in positive directions. Doesn't that sound good? Sounds good to me. I want to pull myself in a positive direction. So yeah, I hope this turned on a light for you like it did for me back a couple years ago. Yeah, please leave some comments down below. Let me know how this works out for you. Tell me how you're being pulled in a negative direction. Tell me how you pulled yourself in a positive direction. Share, because the more we all share with each other, the more we can learn from each other. Okay? So take this information, realize that you can go out there and change your life. So thank you guys for joining me. Make it a great day because you have the power to. All right. See you later.